Exact same spec bike as he took the checker flag here on Sunday, not changing over from the GP24 checker flag here on last season. Shohei Zarco is the lead Honda rider, not the lead Japanese rider for once, because Fabio Quartararo up there in second place. That's the next best Honda behind Zarco. You've got to go down.
So far with that last run, MARQUEZ now has clocked up 82 laps of this Catalunya circuit.
Well, joining a small fairing that Pedro Costa briefly tried on the factory KTM. So, what have you learned? What have you found and discovered over the part of the afternoon session, Si?
You know what, man? It hasn't changed a lot since this morning. Yeah, there's a few things. You're right, like that little narrow front fairing that they put on the KTM. You know what? There wasn't a heap. It was more riders confirming what I'd seen this morning, back and forwards. Mark spending all his time now on the GP25, which quite different chassis, and has a updated engine as well. And I've just done a few things, like have a talk, suck more metal out, or not put it in the first place. Further back, how it was from the steering head goes further back. That's why they put carbon fibre covers on there. That's how you can recognise the GP25. The front of the frame is all covered in carbon fibre there. But I've looked through the holes, and down the metal is all missing behind it. It's just not showing off what they're doing behind it. It's like the unreal. You just wouldn't believe how little chassis. I think one engineer said to me that used to work on these bikes, said that the rider wouldn't get on there if he knew how little chassis there was there. It's like so thin. Crazy what they're getting away with. It's basically just putting it where it needs to be. Which one's that? It looks like they're getting back on. They're back on. Couldn't quite see properly there, but Pecco was back on the GP24. I think Mark was in there, I can't be sure. But anyway, super thin, and I have to admit to seeing it one day without an engine in it and lying on the floor, and of course I didn't get a camera out or anything, it's not correct, but again, it blew my mind that there's even less metal than I thought there was holding that chassis together. Of course they use the engine.
New chassis and new swing down. I think that with the new chassis we found a little bit our way. But and also they were on V4 and now holding line, so just to hear a little bit his comments. Didn't talk to Miguel yet, but just to see how he was feeling.
And I imagine next time on the bike, the shakedown.